Hello.
Hey, Simone.
Hello, Michael. This is Simone Kelly here. And I'm here with Own Your Power's power player, Michael Racklin of MDR Management Consulting. And today we are talking about getting ready for the new year. Actually, you should be already ready. We're already in the new year. But we're going to talk about planning for 2017. And I think the first thing that we should talk about is kind of reviewing.
I think so. Well, first we should say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. It's kind of late, but yeah.
All right, it's 4 days late.
I'm sick of saying Happy New Year. Aren't you by now? I am. Sorry.
Anyway. The first time I said hello.
Okay.
But yeah, to me, when you start the new year, it's like, what was I going to get done last year? How did it go? Mm-hmm. And where are we today?
Right.
So,
and pat yourself on the back for the good things you did, because a lot of people forget to do that, right?
Well, I think. And the other piece of it, I think that's always hard is, last year at the beginning of the year, I thought I wanted to accomplish this and this and this. Mm-hmm. But I didn't really.
Just knocked on me on my head.
Oh, you're in the woods. Yeah.
I was like, oh, what is that?
It's a leaf from the thing.
It felt like boom. All right, as long as it's not a bug or tarantula, we're good.
Come from
all right. Sorry.
Last year at the beginning of the year, I wanted to get this, and this done. Mm-hmm. But I didn't really make a plan, and so now it's the start of next year, and I'm looking back, and I can't tell whether I got done what I wanted to or not. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
So sometimes that's the hardest part, is you sort of go from year to year, just keeping up with things, and you feel like you're losing control.
Right.
Right?
That's important, to have some sort of systems in place, I think, to really see, checks and balances, what's working, what's not working.
For me, that's having a goal. Like here, my goals for this year are to find 2 new clients or whatever, some goals, build a little website for my business. And, if I say that's my goal and I do it, I feel good, right? Because I accomplished my thing.
Right. So goals is kind of a broad term. So can you give us some tips on how to create goals? What's the best way to do that?
Yeah, SMART, right? Smart
goals.
Everybody likes to make SMART goals. But I think the most important piece about it is it should be something specific that you can touch, describe, that you know. I'm going to get 3 new clients. I'm going to grow my revenue. I'm going to make a new logo. I'm going to add new something. Something so you can look back and say, oh, I did it. It's
something
sort
measurable.
of like I want to lose 20 pounds. I can look back and say I did it. Or not.
And then, what else would be in the SMART goal? Because I know that stands for SMART, stands for
measurable, actionable, realistic.
Well, specific is S,
specific,
right? Measurable,
actionable, realistic, time bound by a specific time.
Right. And that's where a lot of us go wrong. It's like, I want to be a millionaire. Like, that's not enough, boo-boo.
Well, that sort of fails the actionable and realistic. You sort of have to say, well, I want $10,000 in the bank, and then I want $40,000 in the bank.
And then work your way back. How am I going to do it? Yeah. So what's some things that you do with your clients as far as, getting them to check in on where they are, as far as, vision planning?
Well, one thing I try to do with myself with my clients, and I've been doing it this month, and if I haven't, we will do it when we talk the next time, is just sort of say, well, where are we together in our relationship, and what do you want to get accomplished this year? So everybody sort of has a feeling for where we want to be headed, right? And sometimes that's a good conversation starter because we haven't thought about it, and maybe we don't figure it out in the first conversation, but it sets a good tone, I think.
And I think what the beauty of having someone like Michael on your team to help you is she'll help you see things that you might not see. Because sometimes our vision is too small, right? It could go both ways. It could either be too big and not realistic, or it could be very small and very safe and comfortable, and we stay in our comfort zone and we don't go to the next level we need to. So
and sometimes it's a little of both, I think, at the same time. But you're right, because I think a lot of times we just get so busy doing the day-to-day thing that we do that it's hard to step back and reflect. So yeah, it's good to have a friend who'll just kind of give you an hour to step back and kind of reset, I guess, right? Look at the big picture and see how to go, where to come.
Friends, my clients are my friends too, but they know there's a fine line. They know the belt's gonna come off in a minute. So yeah, hello. So
yes,
see, I have to remind you. Look.
Yes, ma'am.
There's that fine line. So, as far as what are some things you do as far as like having them map out the steps? Give me some ideas of how they can map out the steps to make the goals.
Okay, so we kind of looked at what we accomplished last year, and we kind of thought through where we want to be next New Year's Day, and those are probably pretty big ones. You know, let's say we want to get 20 new clients, whoever that is, 100 new clients. So how do I break that down so I don't be like the last week of the last month looking for all 20 of them, you know? So, you know, what's the process that I'm going to have to go through to meet 100 new people, out of which maybe I'll find, you know, 10 that I want to do business with. So, you know, it's a matter of being able to say, well, what's it going to take to do it? And who's going to be involved. So I want to, you know, add a bunch of new clients. Well, where will I go look for them? Will I join new associations? Will I become a power player and make Facebook videos?
Well, I mean, what you're saying is coming up with strategies and then having campaigns.
So I have or whatever you call it. I have my big goal, and then I have the steps to break it down. Maybe it was in my finance department. I have to accomplish something. I have steps to break it down and make it happen, right? I want to build a new website. What are the steps to break it down and make it happen? And who's going to be responsible for it? And unless you're just a one-man operation, which many of us are, I know, you need to be very clear about who's going to do it, right?
Who you're delegating
so if you're sitting around the table with your 4 coworkers and you all agree we should let's get up a new website, and nobody's in charge of doing anything, you're like with 4 websites or no website.
Exactly. Well, so, I would like to add to that, because that is one of the biggest issues I think for a lot of entrepreneurs, that they're going at it alone, and there's so many resources out there that there's no reason you should be. Even if you don't have the money to hire somebody, there's interns, there's volunteers, but there's also Fiverr.com. There's like all these services where you can, you know, do your research and see who has the most, you know, greatest ratings, and hire somebody to do something for $20 that might cost normally $300. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things out there.
Or you reach out to your network and you'll find a way to barter and exchange services.
Exactly.
Or, you know, there's ways, right?
Girl after my own heart. She knows. She knows. I'm all about barter. Yeah, I met Michael at my Give and Take network, right? No, I met you before that.
Well, I don't know. Both
at the chamber.
At the holistic chamber.
It was still related to barter. I was hosting a barter event. So people know me as the barter queen.
So, but sort of that whole conversation about, do you have to do everything yourself, and how do you find the most qualified person to get involved or help you do it? That's an important one to have, and I don't know what kind of time we have, but that's a good topic for all of us who are especially solo workers, right?
Anybody have questions? One of my clients is watching right now. Hi, I'm Michelle. She could say something. She knows. I treat them with love, but I still have my belt ready for them. Sorry, like the Jamaican coach. Yeah,
like mom.
So I guess what we'll do is just tell people to reach out to you, and then we'll come back with another little special.
We'll do another little chapter.
Yeah, tell us how can people reach you if they wanted to find out more about your services.
Okay, so I'm over here on Facebook. You can find me. My page is called MDR Consults. How else can they find me?
Facebook.
On my website.
Your email address and your website. Yeah.
Okay, my website is mdrmanagementconsulting.com. My email is mdr@mdrmanagementconsulting.com.
All right, thank you. Bye, guys. We'll be back shortly.